Hello, mic testing. One, two, three. Hello, mic testing. One, two, three.
Hello, mic check. 1, 2, 3.
My esteemed sister and brother judges, Dr. Biren Saraf, Advocate General State of Maharashtra, Dr. Uday Varunjikar, Member Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa, Mr. Nitin Thakkar, President Bombay Bar Association, Mr. Kuldeep Patil, Secretary, Advocates Association of Western India, Ms. Farzana Behram Kamdeen, President Bombay Incorporated Law Society, esteemed senior advocates and other learned members of the bar, bereaved members of Zaiwalla family, members of registry and staff, ladies and gentlemen. We have assembled here this morning to pay tribute to late Bomi Ratan Shah Zaiwalla, a distinguished senior advocate of Bombay High Court, who left for his heavenly abode on 14th July 2023 at the age of 91 years. Late Zaiwalla was one of the 6 siblings born on 8th August 1932 in the family of Nargis and Ratan Shah Zaiwalla. His father, Ratan Shah Zaiwalla, a qualified solicitor in the United Kingdom, returned to India and established Zaiwalla and Company in Mumbai. All the brothers established their career in law while their sister pursued medicine and became a doctor in the United Kingdom. Late Zaiwalla's formative years were spent in Mumbai. After his schooling and college at St. Xavier's, he pursued his passion for law and joined Government Law College at Mumbai. Upon completing his graduation in law, he got enrolled as an advocate on 15th November 1957. He began his practice by joining the chambers of esteemed jurist and senior advocate late Pali Nariman, whom unfortunately we lost when he breathed his last night while in sleep. Known for his innate analytical acumen and humble demeanor, late Zaiwalla quickly made his mark within the legal community. He swiftly established a robust practice, earning a formidable reputation as a skilled lawyer. Late Zaiwalla's legal competence and expertise was showcased through his extensive advocacy in countless matters before Honorable Supreme Court of India and several high courts, including those in Bombay, Gujarat, Delhi, Madras, and Kerala. He held the esteemed position of being on the panel of Special Counsel for the Government of India at Bombay High Court. His journey in the legal realm saw him being designated by Bombay High Court as a senior advocate on 13 September 1984, marking a significant milestone in his career. Some of the notable briefs of late Zaiwalla included representing the government of Japan in the Japan Airlines air crash inquiry before the Delhi High Court, as a counsel for German Airlines in Lufthansa air crash inquiry at Delhi High Court, as a counsel for Union Carbide USA in the Bhopal gas tragedy case, both in Madhya Pradesh High Court and in the Supreme Court of India. He also represented the state of Maharashtra in significant legal matters, including appearing before the Interstate Narmada River Water Dispute Tribunal, which involved complex water disputes between states of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. I am informed that late Bomi Zaiwalla loved teaching law, and precisely, therefore, from 1966 to 1971, he served as a professor at the Government Law College, University of Bombay, where he taught private international law, contract law, and law of torts. As a seasoned counsel, he participated in a wide array of national and international arbitrations, including ICC arbitrations held in London, Zurich, Dublin, and Bangalore. Notably, he also served as a co-arbitrator in the ICC arbitrations. In addition to his legal practice, late Zaiwalla was an esteemed member of Chartered Institute of Arbitrators in London. He was also a member of the Law Association for Asia and Pacific, and showcased his commitment to the development of international legal cooperation and standards. His legal acumen and dedication are evidenced by a significant number of reported judgments to his credit as an arguing counsel in various courts across the country. Renowned for his fearless and forthright demeanor, late Zaiwalla approached each case with determination and integrity, earning immense respect within the legal community and beyond. Late Zaiwalla's exceptional skills and expertise propelled him to become one of the most sought-after senior advocates in Bombay High Court. After his illustrious legal career, late Zaiwalla had a profound passion for religious pursuits. Although devout in his own faith, he displayed a keen interest in the philosophical and spiritual teachings of other religions. He immersed himself in the study of non-fictional historical literature with a particular fondness for works detailing the intricacies of the two world wars and writings concerning the then British Premier Winston Churchill. I am informed that late Zaiwalla's greatest passion was in traveling and discovering new territories, more particularly amidst the mountains. In his youth, he used to take numerous school excursions during the summer holidays to various destinations across the country. Among these, Kashmir held a special place in his heart, where he often visited on family vacations. However, with a halt in travel to Kashmir in 1980s, he ventured into other mountainous regions for his summer retreats and ultimately found comfort in Champonics in the French Alps. His adventurous spirit made him an active scout and be a part of 13th East Bombay Scout Group, a role he cherished for many years. Late Zaiwalla is survived by his wife, Zero, and their two daughters, Ryan and Ria, who all stay in Mumbai. Typically, their son, Rushad, passed away in 2015, leaving behind cherished memories in the hearts of his family. Raina has established herself as a professional in the legal field and currently serves as a partner in ALMT Legal Advocates and Solicitors. Meanwhile, Ria, also a lawyer, holds an esteemed position as head legal counsel India at BNP Paribas. On behalf of my sister and brother judges, and also on my personal behalf, I extend sincere and heartfelt condolences on the demise of late Bomi Zaiwalla. May his family members find solace and strength during these difficult times. May the departed soul find eternal peace and tranquility. Om Shanti.
My Lord, the Chief Justice and the other judges of this honorable court, my co-speakers, the office bearers of the Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa, and the bar associations of our court, the family members of Mr. Bomi Zaiwalla, members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. A life well lived needs to be celebrated, and the spirit with which Mr. Zaiwalla led his life is really an example of how a fulfilling and balanced life should be led. I fully associate myself with the sentiments expressed by my Lord the Chief Justice. Mr. Zaiwalla in his very early childhood was a King Scout, the highest level in Boy Scouts. He often recalled his overnight trek from Mumbai to Nashik to earn his King Scout badge. Scouting instilled in him a sense of adventure and discipline. Being an avid fan of the game of cricket, to him, a big benefit of being a Boy Scout was being deployed on duty in the Brabant Stadium during a cricket match when he could also watch the match. My Lord, the Chief Justice has mentioned about the illustrious career of Mr. Zaiwalla, and I'll not repeat them, except to add that he also successfully represented the Government of India as a special counsel at Bombay in many matters, including the famous case of Minu Balsara involving questions relating to the interplay between the Public Premises Act and the Rent Act. He, as my Lord the Chief Justice mentioned, he also represented the state of Maharashtra in various water disputes. He successfully argued the landmark case in the case of Ramesh Himatlal, which held that a member's right to occupy a flat in a cooperative society is attachable and sellable property. He argued a number of cases before the Panaji bench of the High Court, where he argued several cases relating to Portuguese law. And he also appeared in the hotly contested dispute regarding the affairs of the Bombay Parsi Panchayat and the procedure for appointment of its president. His one great passion was travel, both for work and leisure. To further his fondness for travel, he acted as a tour leader for many Lala Travels tours to various hill stations in India. He was extremely popular with the travelers in his group. But his travels with his family were by far the most important to him. He believed that real education came from life experiences, and to him, holidays were life experiences which allowed him to bond with his family, whether they were trips to Udwada, Surat, and Navsari to pay homage to the various Atash Behrams or to Chamonix in the French Alps. Mr. Zaiwalla was a man with a spiritual bent of mind. As a young boy, he had gone with his father to Tiruvannamalai, to the ashram of great sage Ramana Maharshi. His meeting the great man made a lasting impression on him. In fact, one of his favorite books was A Search in Secret India by Paul Brunton, which included much material on the ashram. As a senior, he was a very easily approachable person and very encouraging to juniors. Many junior advocates would approach him with their legal problems, and he would spend time with them, patiently explaining the nuances of the law. No wonder his juniors rose to great heights in the profession, including as senior advocates, the judges of our court, including Mr. Roshan Dalvi, who's present today, and also Mr. Rohinton Nariman, who was with him for a short time when he was practicing in Mumbai, and thereafter became a judge of the Honorable Supreme Court. He had an extremely genial and pleasant personality. He was a gentle soul who was always ready to help those less fortunate than him. He would never turn away people who came to him for help. When told that someone was taking advantage of his kindness, he would only say that the fact that people needed to resort to such things was in itself unfortunate, and thanked his good fortune that he could be of help. His was a family of lawyers, as my Lord the Chief Justice mentioned. All his four brothers were lawyers, and both his daughters, Raina and Ria, are also lawyers. In the passing away of Mr. Zaiwalla, we have lost not just an illustrious senior, but a very kind person and a very encouraging professional who molded the life and destiny of the next generation of lawyers. On behalf of the state of Maharashtra and my fellow lawyers, I express my heartfelt condolences to the family of Mr. Zaiwalla and pray that his soul rests in eternal peace.
Honorable Chief Justice and the other honorable judges of this court, distinguished representatives of different bar association, all my other speakers, family members of late Shri Bomi Zaiwalla, and all presents here. I fully associate myself with the feeling expressed by the Honorable Chief Justice and the earlier speaker on behalf of the Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa, which represents approximately 240,000 lawyers spread in the state of Maharashtra, as well as state of Goa and 2 union territory. I express our deepest condolences to the family members of late senior advocate Zaiwalla. Sir, I am not that fortunate as I could not get an opportunity to practice along with Shri Zaiwalla. Nor I have seen him active in the court of law because I got sanad in the year 1994. But I am told that he comes from the family where all his family members are either solicitors or counsels. Sir, you are aware that the Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa is established under the Advocates Act 1961, but Shri Zaiwalla got a sanad under the then Act on 15th of November 1957. He joined the chamber of senior advocate Fali Nariman, and later on in the year 1983-84, he was designated as a senior advocate by our High Court. I have been told that initially Shri Bomi Zaiwalla was known as a company lawyer. Later on, apart from company law, he was known as a stalwart in the field of environmental law as well as the Portuguese laws. Apart from Bombay High Court, he had practiced before different high courts and the Supreme Court. We are aware prior to 1984, so far as Goa is concerned, there was a court of judicial commissioner. And late Shri Bomi Zaiwalla had conducted various matters before the court of judicial commissioner at Goa prior to establishment of bench at Goa. One of the case which went up to the Honorable Supreme Court was a case of decree of eviction against Morarji Bhai Desai, where the suit property was involved, was from Mumbai. That case was fought by late Bomi Zaiwalla. Shri Zaiwalla was known as a master of litigations in the Goa. There are several judgments which have been delivered by the bench at Goa in which he had appeared. Those judgments were about Goa Daman Diu Land Revenue Code, as well as Goa Daman Diu Administration of Evacuee Property Act, as well as the Goa Portuguese Code. Late Zaiwalla has been survived by his daughter, who is a lawyer, son-in-law, who is also a lawyer. On behalf of the chairman of the Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa, vice chairman, BCI member, and all other members, as well as approximately 240,000 lawyers, I offer our deep condolences to the family members of late Shri Bomi Zaiwalla. Let his soul rest in the peace. Om Shanti Shanti.
My Lord the Chief Justice, the Learned Advocate General, my fellow speakers, members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen, members of the family of Bomi Zaiwalla. Today we have gathered to remember and pay our respects to our esteemed former member and stalwart, Mr. Bomi Zaiwalla, who was popularly known as Bomi, who left for heavenly abode on 14th of July 23 I associate myself with the tributes paid to Bomi by my Lord the Chief Justice, Learned Advocate General, and Dr. Varunjikar. Bomi was soft-spoken, kind, and gentle soul. I have never heard him arguing with loud voice or getting angry at anyone. We must celebrate his life and not mourn. Bomi had amassed a very large practice on original side, appearing in company matters, constitutional matters, testamentary matters, and various suits, commercial and otherwise. In chambers of Mr. Fali Nariman, the doyen of the bar, he flourished. While referring to Bhopal gas leak tragedy litigation in his autobiography, where Mr. Nariman recounts that they have appeared from trial court onwards up to Supreme Court, the autobiography before memory fades, Mr. Nariman has paid compliments to Bomi in these words. The gas leak tragedy occurred in the factory of UCC's Indian subsidiary in Bhopal in December 84. I was engaged at the end of 85 as lead senior advocate and appeared with my able junior and chambermate Bomi Zaiwalla, a great recognition. I sent an email yesterday to Mr. Nariman, sending him the link of today's reference. I received an email from him in the evening at 4:45, in which he has sent a signed letter, scanned copy of a signed letter, in which he has written he deeply appreciated that Bombay High Court was giving him a reference for Mr. Bomi Zaiwalla. When the Goa bench of Bombay High Court was established, Bomi was most sought after by mining lobby of Goa. He quickly became a recognizable figure, resonating deeply with the local community. His appearances did not confine to only mining litigation, but his commitment to the welfare and development of Goa led to his appearances in the matters relating to environmental issues arising out of the proliferation of luxury hotels in the name of tourism and several other matters. He effortlessly integrated into the local fabric, endearing himself to residents and earning their respect. His passion for alternate dispute mechanisms, particularly mediation and arbitration, even before 1996 Act, set him apart. Bomi actively encouraged parties to consider these options, emphasizing the importance of resolving disputes amicably. His role in advancing development of arbitration in India as a member of organizations like Chartered Institute of Arbitrators has already been mentioned by my Lord the Chief Justice. As a co-arbitrator in numerous international arbitration cases, including those involving Farm SA from France and CDC Financial Services Mauritius, Bombay's integrity and impartiality were widely acknowledged. His frequent appointments as an arbitrator reflected the trust placed in his capabilities. He conducted several arbitration proceedings in London, Zurich, and Dublin, and one of his celebrated ICC international arbitration cases representing AK Industries, an Indian company, against Woman International Limited, in which he succeeded in getting a favorable award relating to the questions of technological transfers by foreign companies to Indian companies after the license period had expired. My learned friend, the Advocate General, has already mentioned about his appearances in Ramesh Himmatlal Shah matter, but he also argued important point relating to public trust in Nizam's jewels case. His commitment to the legal profession was unwavering. He refrained from engaging in frivolous cases and firmly believed in upholding the principles of law. Mr. Divitre, his junior, narrated one incident to me that Bomi was once faced with a piquant situation when a very senior solicitor, Mr. Solly Morris of Little and Company, had briefed him in a testamentary matter on behalf of two sisters. After studying the brief, Bomi opined that there was no case either on facts or in law. The attorney agreed, but insisted that Bomi should argue on emotions and convince the judge to rule in favor of his clients. Bomi returned the brief, saying that in law college, he had not been taught how to argue a case on emotion, divorced from the law and facts. His dedication extended beyond the courtroom. He was deeply religious person and visited Aguiari almost every day. He appeared pro bono in many community matters and was almost single-handedly responsible in establishing Pandol Aguiari in Udwada, succeeding against great opposition, guiding his client through maze of legal proceedings before Gujarat High Court and Supreme Court. In the face of prolonged illness, Bomi demonstrated resilience and strength. He always credited his wife Jiru for his success. She was, although their association of 70 years, including 7 years of courtship, his support system, together in thick and thin. Bomi was a family person. Being the eldest of 6 siblings, he looked after his younger brothers by standing with them in difficult times, including providing for their education abroad. He raised his 2 daughters to be lawyers, Ryan and Ria, both lawyers, one in a partner in a law firm and another as a head of legal in BNP Paribas. His peaceful passing away marks the end of an era, but his legacy will endure as a testament to his remarkable life and contributions. His legacy of integrity, dedication, and unwavering commitment to justice will continue to inspire generations of legal professionals. He will be deeply missed by all, including yours truly, who had occasion to appear with and against him in several matters. Those who had the privilege of knowing him will not forget his fairness. Bombay Bar Association had organized a function to honor our members who had completed inter alia 60 plus years at the bar. To invite Bomi to attend, I called his residence and Jeru informed me that he was not in a position to travel. A few days before the function, alas, we received the news of his sad demise. Bomi, we will miss you. I pray to Almighty that his noble soul achieves eternal peace and grants solace to the family members. Om Shanti.
The Honorable Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court and other companion judges, Shri Virendra Saraf, Advocate General State of Maharashtra, my fellow speakers, family members of late Senior Advocate Bomi Zaiwalla, members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have assembled here to pay homage to late Senior Advocate Shri Bomi Zaiwalla, who left for heavenly abode on 14 July 2023. At the outset, I completely associate myself with the sentiments expressed by the Honorable Chief Justice and my earlier speakers. However, though I had no opportunity to work with him, but from what I gathered with my conversation with senior advocates at the bar, I wish to add a few words. Late Senior Advocate Shri Bomi Zaiwalla possessed a great legal acumen and wide knowledge in various fields of law. His contribution to the cause of justice is immense. His death is not just a loss to the legal fraternity and his family, but to the society at large. On behalf of Advocates Association of Western India, on my behalf, I express my heartfelt condolences to the family, members and friends of late Senior Advocate Bomi Zaiwalla. May his soul rest in peace. Om Shanti.
The Honorable the Chief Justice, the Honorable Judges of this Honorable Court, the Advocate General, my co-speakers and members of the bar. It is indeed an uncanny connection that on the day that we stand here to give a reference for Senior Counsel Mr. Bomi Zaiwalla, we also hear about the news of the passing of his senior, the late Mr. Fali Nariman. Both Fali and Bomi will be sorely missed, not only by their family members, but by all at the bar and by all of us. Mr. Bomi Zaiwalla was the eldest of 5 brothers, all of whom became successful lawyers and 2 of whom qualified and are practicing as solicitors. Their father, Ratan Shah Zaiwalla, was a solicitor and the founder of Zaiwalla and Company. Bomi's sister qualified and practiced as a pediatric neurologist. Bomi's education, as my Lord Chief Justice said, started at St. Xavier's College. He went on thereafter to St. Xavier's, started at St. Xavier's School, thereafter went on to St. Xavier's College, and then to Government Law College, where he qualified as a lawyer. He joined the chambers of Mr. Fali Nariman and assisted him in various matters, including the very high-profile Narmada water dispute, as also the Bhopal gas tragedy. He was designated as a senior advocate in 1984. A large part of Bomi's practice, in addition to being in the Bombay High Court, was also in the Supreme Court and before the Goa bench of the Bombay High Court. Bomi was extremely hardworking, thorough in the preparation of his matters. His arguments were precise and to the point. He was always soft-spoken and a real gentleman. Briefing him in a matter was always a pleasure and devoid of stress, as he would have read the matter thoroughly, both the facts and the law, and would be completely prepared. He truly followed the tenets of the Zoroastrian religion of good words, good thoughts, and good deeds, and he practiced that every day that he lived. Bomi, over the years, trained several juniors, including Justice Rohinton Nariman, Justice Roshan Dalvi, Senior Counsel Mr. Fredun Devitri, Mr. Iraj Kotwal, and others. Bomi is survived by Jaru, his wife of over 60 years, and his daughters Raina, who's a partner of ALMT Legal, and Ria, who's the head legal of PNB Paribas. Bomi leaves a rich legacy behind him, and he'll be sorely missed by all of us. On behalf of the Bombay Incorporated Law Society and on my personal behalf, I extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family members and pray that his soul rests in eternal peace.
To pay homage to the departed soul, we'll observe a minute silence. The judicial work of the court shall commence as per schedule.